Amir Khan, who's got this new trainer, and he's hurt!
Cooney is hurt.
Here in the corner.
Speed in boxing is of essence. I know that if we were speaking of cars, we would be saying speed kills. But in boxing, speed wins you fights.
The knockout zone.
Today, I want to show you how effective boxers with quick hand speed are in the ring. These boxers, sometimes they win fights, even if they're faced with difficult opponents, even if they're faced with opponents that are big punches, but they still win fights because of their speed. And I want to focus on the following fighters who have displayed tremendous speed and used it to their advantage against their opponents. Today, I want to look at fighters like Michael Spinks, who fought Gary Cooney. If you look at how Michael Spinks, not being a big heavyweight, just coming out of light heavyweight, facing a great fighter, a great heavyweight like Gary Cooney, but he handled him in a marvelous way, just using his speed. So in this following clip, I want you to watch how Michael Spinks destroys Gary Cooney just using hand speed.
It's hard to believe Cooney, which he has done here in the first half of round 5. Good right hand by Spinks. And Cooney is hurt. Cooney is hurt. As much as he was against Holmes, can't defend himself.
Michael Spinks used speed to win the fight over Gary Cooney, even stopping him. You know, something that not many people expected. But like I said, speed in boxing can work to your favor. And I also want to focus on another boxer who also had a tremendous speed. Him too came up the ranks of the light heavyweight, and he was the greatest light heavyweight champion. And he came over and he moved higher into the heavyweight division. And he did wonders over there. I'm talking here about the real deal Evander Holyfield, who fought the champion, the great champion Larry Holmes, the man who had defended his title several times over a long period of time. But there came Evander Holyfield. With his speed, he was able to win the fight over Larry Holmes, as you can see in the next clip.
Evander Holyfield quite well right here in the corner. Now they're in the middle of the ring. Holyfield with the combination. And Holyfield trying to set it up with the jab. He did not jab as much as his corner wanted against Cooper. Trying to be more effective with it.
You can see that speed helps a lot in the ring. But not every boxer is capable of fighting in that style. But for those that are gifted in great hand speed, they utilize it effectively. You know, they win the fights. And I want to go to the welterweight division, and I want you to watch how Sugar Ray Leonard uses his hand speed to win fights. He is a great champion. He fought so many people, knocking them out, sometimes not because he was that powerful, but because the accumulation of punches that he threw, they just became enough to knock out some of his opponents. And sometimes he would win by way of outpointing them. But nonetheless, Sugar Ray Leonard is one of the fastest boxers that I've ever seen. And I want you to see him here fighting against marvelous Marvin Hagler, one of the greatest middleweight champions that we've ever had. Marvelous Marvin Hagler. So let's see how Sugar Ray Leonard uses speed to outpoint marvelous Marvin Hagler in this clip. I'm going to move over to another boxer who has a tremendous hand speed. Him and Sugar Ray Leonard, they will surprise you with the kind of hand speed that they have. The speed is like coming out of the computer, you know, it's like it's computerized. I'm talking here about Amir Khan. He is also another fighter who had a tremendous hand speed. And I want you to watch him how he throws his punches. You know, he can hit you with 5-10 punches in one combination. Let's see him.
An overreach, but there's that mystery of them speaking spoke. Just staying on the outside. Scouting mission for him was taking a look at Khan. It's not landed.
The question that may arise now is, how do you deal with someone with such speed? You know, it looks like many boxers were, or let me say, are unable to deal with someone with such a tremendous speed. For some, few boxers have managed to deal with people with such a tremendous hand speed, you know, and I want to show you a few examples of those boxers that were able to deal with this kind of speed, you know, that is displayed by these gifted fighters that I've just shown you above. I want to take you back to the first fight between Sugar Ray Leonard and Roberto Duran. And you are going to see how Duran, being a great fighter himself, how he had to overcome Sugar Ray Leonard's speed. And in my opinion, it looks like if you are fighting someone with that kind of speed of Sugar Ray Leonard, you just don't need to give them space. So I think that is the strategy that Roberto Duran used in order for himself to win the fight, his first fight against Sugar Ray Leonard. We know that Sugar Ray Leonard, as a wise fighter, he also came back and he defeated Duran in their second fight, the no mess fight. So, but I want us to focus now on to how you deal with someone with such hand speed and manage to overcome them. I think Duran used attack as the strategy, you know, stay close, you know, in fighting. Let's see how he did it in this clip. That is the manner in which Roberto Duran dealt with Sugar Ray Leonard, counteracting in his hand speed, also his footwork. I also want to focus on how some boxers dealt with Amir Khan, because he had a tremendous hand speed as well. And I want you to look at how Canelo Alvarez dealt with Amir Khan. In my view, it looks like the strategy that Canelo used was to hit him first, and you know, that paid dividends.
And the right body shot landed.
Play of hand speed by Khan there. The jab upstairs, landing with frequency. Not just at the bottom. Well as taking away his energy and every.
That's how Canelo Alvarez dealt with Amir Khan's speed, just counteracting him and hitting him first. So it looked like that was another strategy, because these fighters who are very fast in their hands, they're difficult to catch, but I believe that's another strategy that Canelo Alvarez used effectively against Amir Khan. And Amir Khan also met another fighter whose name was Prescott. And I think Prescott almost used the same technique that Roberto Duran used against Sugar Ray Leonard. You know, attack, 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 and don't give him space. So I want you to watch this clip and see the similarities between how Roberto Duran dealt with Sugar Ray Leonard in their first fight, as well as how Prescott deals with Amir Khan.
Amir Khan has got this new trainer holding him, and he's hurt. And he's shot, and he's shot another huge left, and down goes Amir Khan. He can hardly stand. What drama here in the opening round. And the face got it. The face in the over. Oh, it's going to have to be stopped. He's flattened in the corner.
We're getting an idea and a sense of how you can deal with people who are very fast in the ring. It might not be the only strategy, but it's so important to realize that much as they are so effective with their hand speed and their footwork, they can still be defeated if you plan your strategies very well. Comment down below and tell me who is your favorite fighter when it comes to hand speed. But I want to hear from you if you can actually guess who my favorite boxer is when it comes to hand speed. I'll appreciate to hear that.